All right. I think we are actually live now. So, let's get this party started, eh? So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be fixing that. And to do that, all we really need, besides what's in here, you need a toolkit that has micro screwdriver bits and pry tools, and then glass suction cups help as well. You also need a heat gun. So, almost forgot to hit record so I can edit this video later, because this is also going to be a video, guys. So if you don't want to stay for the stream, then you are more than welcome to check out the video later. That's fine. Not a big deal. Just gotta get this heat gun all set up. I did not do it prior to the stream because I have been really freaking busy lately. So, bear with me while I get this all set up, and then we will get things going. Oh man, you ever get that twisty tie that's down to the bare metal and you can't tell which way it untwists? Yeah, that's what I got going on now. So, hopefully this cord is going to be long enough. Looks like it should be. Alrighty, so heat gun. Let's make sure this thing is heating and working properly. I apologize for the audio. Oh yeah, that'll do. No, shut off, you stupid piece of junk. Wow, that's loud as crap. I apologize. Alright, so what's in the boxes? What's in the bags? Well, the first thing is we've got this box right here, and it has our brand new back glass to replace this back glass. Hopefully it is a direct replacement and it has all the adhesive. Let's check it out. It does look like it comes with the built-in adhesive strips along the sides. This phone was super good when it launched in 2017 because it came with a really high IP rating. You could actually put this phone underwater and film underwater, no issues. Now, I would love to test that after the fact, but given that this is my primary daily driver, I doubt I will be testing it after I take it apart, because I can't afford to replace it right now. So let's find out what's in this envelope, because we're not just replacing the back glass right now. We are also going to be replacing the charging port right there, because it is a bit screwy right now. You have to get the connector in just at the perfect angle, and I've tried many different wow, that wasn't even in the bag. Cool. Many different cords and the like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this was supposed to be in this. It wasn't, so there's something. Hopefully it's not damaged, but this is the new USB charging port board. Hopefully they sent me the correct part, otherwise this will be all for nothing. But that's all that's in the bag besides this, which is probably just going to be a standard letter invoice. Yep, standard invoice. HTC U11 USB charging port dock connector with flex cable. Cool. That was 25 bucks, the port and everything. So, and I believe that the back glass was about 21 bucks too. So it's a lot better to get the back glass and the charging port for 50 bucks or so than replace the, you know, $1,000 phone. Anywho, so the first thing we got to do is make sure that the phone is off, which it is. And then we are going to use the heat gun to gradually heat up the glass. I don't know how well the suction cup's going to work given the current state of the glass, but we will see. You need to get your pry tools out. Let's see here. Yep. Probably going to end up with this pry tool and your standard guitar pick pry tool. So we're gonna heat this bad boy up, and then you don't want to hotspot it. So as you're doing it, you want to swing around the whole thing and don't linger in one spot, because you don't want to overheat the battery, and you don't want to fry any components inside of it. So I'm going to mute my mic because this thing is kind of loud. So if you have questions as I'm going, I will try to shut it off and unmute. But here we go. Oh, it's not that bad. Okay, so maybe I'll leave my audio on. So, oh yeah, that's getting warm. I should note that if you are replacing the USB port on a phone with the back glass, that something you'll run into is you will break the back glass. 99% of the time you're going to break the back glass just by heating it up like this. So yeah, order the back glass if you're replacing any internal components. Ooh, yeah, that's mighty toasty. I'm worried about this part down here where it took the initial impact, because that's going to be the hardest to take apart. That should be enough for now. Just gotta let the heat gun shut off before I set it down. There we go. Heat gun is... Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just totally hit the camera. Oh yeah, that is hot as holy balls. So, let's see if we can get into these sides. Now, come on, camera. Focus. These sides are super, like the edges are super thin, so you may not even be able to get into it with something like this until you like superheat it. You can't even see on camera the edge. That's how small it is. So let's try and start in a corner. Well, I can hear it cracking like a milk. There we go. See? Just had to push in. And like I said, gonna crack. you're gonna crack it. Because no matter what you do, these glass panels on the back, they are an absolute pain in the butt to get off. So again, make sure that you order a new one every time you go inside your phone. Looks like we're just chipping it away. I mean, that's fine. I don't really care. Like I said, I ordered a new one for a reason. I would like to get it off as much in one piece as I can, though. So let's try the other side. Go with the smallest pry tool I've got. And getting some of these holes that were made when it was broken. And you're gonna make a mess, by the way. So have a vacuum on hand. Because you will make a huge ass mess doing this. So how is everybody today? Is anyone even in chat? It looks like we've got one viewer. I don't think that's me, so say something. Give me a shout. Because this is going to take a while. There we go, knocking the camera again. Oh yeah, ooh, that aluminum bezel is on fire. I would recommend wearing gloves while doing this. That is definitely something I would recommend. Man, I wish I had metal pry tools. These plastic ones, they mar up and ding up really easily. There we go. Let me in there. Yep. That's okay. It's okay to break. It's fine. We got a whole new panel. Oh, yep. Go. See, we're getting in there now. Just got to be careful that we're not hitting any components or anything. But again, we are using plastic and not metal, so that helps a little bit on that front. You don't have to worry about it as much. Well, that thing is taking its dear sweet time shutting off, isn't it? There we go. Whew, that is hot. Oh yeah, that she's a hot girl right there. Now there is a thin layer of plastic underneath the glass, kind of like cellophane, so it gives you a little bit of a grab point even once the glass is gone. Oh, wow. She is warm now. And by warm, I mean she's blistering freaking hot. Not advised touching with bare hands, that's for damn sure. Whew. Even through the shirt, man. It is very hot, even through the shirt. Alright, there we go. And there it is. There is our old one. So let's see if the new one's adhesive pattern matches. Oh, heck yes. Heck yes, it does. It looks identical. Which is awesome. Okay, so before we scratch the screen all up, we're going to kind of clear up some of the workspace here. Good old trusty cigarettes. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. Grab the trash can. Alrighty, now that that's cleaned up, we can get down to the fun part. Which is replacing that USB port right there. Now to do that, for the record, I haven't done this on this phone, so I'm going to assume that you take out these two screws. There's a screw there and a screw there. And then probably probably the rest of these screws. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. That would be my guess. But we will have to see. Also, I want to check on this, and I want to actually see. Okay, it does have the border adhesive. Okay, I was wondering about that because I didn't initially see it. It's very important if you're going to maintain your IP rating that it has the complete border seal all the way around. And you will want to clean up all of the excess adhesive off of the edge of the phone and everywhere else that you can get the adhesive off of. Because if you don't, you're not going to get a hard seal, and it's going, when you put the back panel on, it's going to be super uneven and whatnot. So, and that I recommend to heat it up more and then peel it off, because it comes off pretty easily if it's heated up. That's the whole point of heating it up with the back glass on. It's not as hot anymore, so let's see. Let's just make sure we haven't done any major damage to the phone. It may not turn on because of the heat, but we'll see. Okay, well, the screen is undamaged, so that's a good start, eh? I think that's a really good start. And then, is it going to boot into the operating system? Who? I don't know. Well, there's HTC, so presumably we'll get into Android here in a moment. And I just do this because you want to ensure that you didn't break anything as you were going. Sorry, you don't get to see my lock code. So, there you go. It's still working. And again, the only reason we did that was to just verify that we have not damaged the phone. We haven't cracked the screen. We haven't done anything of major damage to the phone. Looks like we may have scratched it. We should have been working on a clean work surface. But you live and you learn. Oh yeah, see? Look at that. Look at that adhesive just roll off. It's a very satisfying peel. Can I get to the end? Oh yeah, got it all. Cool. Except for this tiny little bit that was not attached. And yeah, the rest of it gonna come off that easy? Ooh, the bottom corner is. Cool. So I think we're just left with this side over here with the buttons for the adhesive. But we're gonna deal with that later, I think, because it is not heated up enough to come off easily. You've also got adhesive here and here and here, and presumably there's supposed to be some right there, but I didn't see any. And it also looks like there's some that's supposed to be right here. And you can just figure that out. Make sure that when you order your back panel, your back glass, that you get one with adhesive, because you don't want to try to put adhesive strips on yourself. It's a pain. So let us find the proper bit. We're going to need a micro bit. So let's test this guy out. This is a 00 apparently, is what this is. So let's try it out. Move this out of the way, move this out of the way, get this a little closer. So we're going to be taking out this screw, and then all of those most likely. So let's start with the ones on top, the most obvious ones. this bit is not the proper size. We'll try the smallest one, and then we will work our way back up. Because the last thing, I swear to you, the last thing you want to do is strip these screws out. Because you will be having a very, very bad day if you strip these screws out. That is a super understatement. I cannot stress enough how bad of a day you will have if you screw these up. That seems about right. Wow, that's super cool. Okay, it does not like that screw, so we will move on to the next one and hope for the best. Magnets always help, by the way. So now we're going to pick a safe place on your workspace to put the screws, because you want to put them in the same orientation wherever you end up putting the screws. You want to put them in the same orientation that they come off of the phone in. Because some screws may be different sizes, and you do not want to be losing the screws or not knowing where they are, because that can be super, super annoying. Come on, don't make me put that much pressure on it. That's really crappy. I know this is the right size, but some of these screws are hyper pressure. There's so much pressure on some of these screws. Yeah, like, there's so much damn pressure. The next size down, but it really does. Oh, great. Yeah, see, it sits there and it locks in, but it does not want to turn the screws. That is highly unfortunate. Give me a moment, guys. I have got to look at the iFixit repair manual, because it is not coming out the way that it should. Yeah. So yeah, I have to take out all of those screws to get it out, but it is not being friendly. Let's try this one. It's like, I know for a fact that this one is the right size because we just used this one on the other ones. So I guess we're just gonna have to grin and bear it and hope we don't break the screen. Because that is really unfortunate. Yeah, it's not doing nothing. Except for stripping the screw head out, which is unfortunate. because I know that these have to come out. And I know this is the right size. It does not make sense. So, I'm not sure where to go from here. Guess we can try a little heat. I stress a little because now we're on the internal components and you do not want to accidentally unsolder something. So medium heat, medium fan. Do not heat up the battery. Yeah. The screwdriver's not even locking in anymore. Which one of these is bigger? Wow. They're both unlabeled. Cool. This is why I need an iFixit kit. This video is not sponsored by iFixit. I just really want an iFixit kit. Oh, come on. Any other smaller Phillips heads? This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this should not be an issue right now. This 100% should not be an issue at the moment. But it is. And I sit here all sorts of annoyed because this is a problem. Because these screw heads are pretty darn close to being stripped out. Yeah, at least here that one snapped in, so maybe we'll get her with this one. Oh, come on, I saw the screw turn 1/8 of a turn and then nothing. Yeah, and this bit looks way too big. I don't care what I heard. That bit is way too freaking large. Yeah. I'm gonna be irritated if I can't get the whole point of this. Even replacing the back glass. I've lived like a year with the back glass like that, and I don't really care about it because I have a case. But like, the whole point of this was to replace this stupid charging port, and now I can't get these stupid screws out because they were over torqued from factory. It's ridiculous. We're gonna try the battled adage of using the flathead. Oh wow. It's bad when you have to use the tools in the toolkit to get the tools out of the toolkit. I'll try using a flathead. Dig in and grab her, but that almost never works according to plan. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a high quality screwdriver bit right there. You can sense my enthusiasm with the screwdriver kit. Super high quality. The screws are stripping. Probably can't see that on camera. Nope, because the camera's autofocus sucks. Anyways, the screwdriver is getting stripped by the screws. So that's awesome. Try the next size up if we can get it. Like, I'm putting enough pressure on this that I'm shaking my desk. That should not be necessary at all. This is ridiculous. Well, let's move on to the other screws, and maybe I can get the whole board to pop out as one. And then once it's out, we'll see at that point how it goes. I doubt that that's going to be able to be done, but we'll try it. Yeah, see, that screw just popped right out. Easy peasy. Like, WTF. And that one too. It's ridiculous. So, there's those two. We will see if it shall pop out or not. I doubt she will, but... Oh, also, as of note, a good note to say at this point is, do not, under any circumstances, let your battery get punctured by anything, whether it be a screwdriver or anything else. Very bad things will ensue. You do not want to deal with that. Trust me. It does look like there's a little bit of back glass lodged in there, so we're going to try and get that out between the battery and the frame. Because like I said, you don't want the battery getting punctured. Okay, so that's out. I really don't know what I'm going to do here, because those screws, no pun intended, are screwed. They don't want to come out, and they are just about effing stripped. Like, I'm putting an ungodly amount of pressure on these. I know I have the right bit size, and this should not be happening right now. So, I'm not sure what to do here. I mean, I could always drill them out. It's not the first thing I'd want to do, but it may be what I have to do. Definitely not recommended, though. You want to try your hardest not to have to do stuff like that, but sometimes you just don't have an option. yeah, that's... Ah, boy. Boy, oh boy. Like, this is purely 100% unadulterated ridiculousness. Ridiculousness. I've tried the three-way bits. I've tried the Phillips bits. I've tried the flathead bits, and nothing seems to want to grab this crap. Don't you hate it when three little screws or one little screw or a bolt, if you're working on a car, just screws up your entire day? I apologize if you're hearing my kid yell at the TV in the background. He does that a bit. Yeah, so I guess our only option here is we're going to have to we're gonna have to drill those screws out. So I'll be back in a minute. I have to go and find my drill bits. So BRB, friends. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. I did find my favorite screwdriver, so we're gonna try that first, even though I'm pretty much positive that that's not gonna work. Yeah, nope. Not even a little bit. Oh, unfortunate, unfortunate. And it seems as though all of my small bits have disappeared. Ooh, look, a cell phone repair kit screwdriver. Wow, that is way too big. That's directly from an old cell phone repair kit. So that's kind of funny. Luckily, I do have some extra screws that I should be able to use if worse comes to worse, and I have to drill this out. Which is, definitely where it looks like we're headed. I think that's what we're going to have to end up doing. I highly don't recommend this. My smallest bit that I have with me is way too big, so I'm gonna have to BRB again to go find more bits because that's not gonna work. So BRB, friends, again. Okay, my friends, I'm back. Oh, it looks like we got another viewer. That's cool. Let's see, where was I? It's on the screen record. There we go. So like I said before, we are at an impasse with the phone because there are 3 screws. Just a brief recap for anyone who's just joining. There are 3 screws here, here, and here, all of which are completely over torqued. We have tried heating, we have tried multiple bit sizes, we've tried Phillips, flathead, and star, and they are all 3 stripped out. So we're going to try a couple of my more trusty screwdrivers, and if that doesn't work, we're going to do something I highly don't recommend that involves drill bits. So, off we go. Hello, HTK 360. How you doing today? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me better now? Because the mic's like right in my mouth. Let me turn up the gain in OBS a little bit. It should be, let's see here. Just go full out then. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. You should be able to hear me quite loudly now. So, recap, since you couldn't hear me very well before, there's 3 screws here, here, and here that we're stuck on. We've tried multiple different bits. We've tried Phillips. We've tried tri-wing. We've also tried flathead to get these bad boys out. I am 100% certain that I have the correct bit right here, as it took out every other screw in this phone very quickly and easily. But these 3 are now mostly stripped, so we're going to try these last couple of screwdrivers that I have laying around. And if they don't work, we're going to do something that I highly don't recommend, and we are going to drill out the screws with oversized drill bits because I cannot find any of my small ones. So hopefully that goes okay. We're just drilling out the heads, not the actual screw, so it should be okay. But that is if the screwdrivers do not work, which I have very little faith in at this point. I'm irritated. I've done this not on this phone, but on other phones like a couple 100 times, and this occasionally happens. Like, I was pushing down with so much force with this one, the correct bit, on these screws to get them to turn, that I was shaking my entire desk. I am not altogether certain that the screen is still workable and not cracked after that. But I'm not about to start the phone up right now. Not on my priorities list. Okay, last one, and I am 99% certain that this one is not going to work either. But we will give her the old college try. Yep, that's not working. Yeah, wow. Wow. I am flabbergasted. Completely flabbergasted. Does not make sense. Some of these aren't even stripped to the point where, like, you shouldn't be able to use a screwdriver on them. But, like, yeah, they do not turn. They do not fit any bits that I have left. Like, super confused at this point. Yeah. Like, that's not grabbing at all. I need a small bit that is wider than these guys. But if I go up to the third size, I know it no longer fits. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. That is beyond drilling out the screws, which I really don't want to do. Yeah, it's not grabbing either. This is ridiculous. Yeah. Absolutely absurd. Yeah. Again, I'm giving it enough pressure that it it's shaking my desk. Well, I gained 3 viewers and then I lost 2. Interesting. Alright, last bit try, and then we're gonna bite the bullet, and there's no way that this bit should work, but last bit try, and then we're gonna bite the bullet and attempt to drill them out, because there is 0 chance that this bit fits these. Well, there's never no chance, but there's not a large chance that this bit will work. Nothing. Nothing. This is ridiculous. So we'll try one more time with the original bit, and then after that, I guess we are on to drilling. I'm super excited about that, guys. It's my favorite thing to do on electronics, especially electronics I use every day, is to drill things out that should never ever be drilled with oversized drill bits that you should not be doing it with. Yeah. I'm not enthused. My 2 smallest drill bits that I have look like they were both broken drill bits. But I'm fairly positive that this is just plastic shrouding. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I guess wish me luck, because like I've said before in this stream, this is my daily driver cell phone, so hopefully we don't screw it up too bad. Apologize for the audio. This is super sketchy, guys. Super sketchy. Not only is this am I drilling into a phone, but I'm also drilling into a phone with a shitty, broken ass drill bit. Most of my tools are packed up because I'm moving across country in 14 days. So I had to be very selective about what I kept out, and my drill bits were not one of the things that I thought to keep out. So most of my micro drill bits are packed at the bottom of some box somewhere. Well, she's definitely drilled a bit, but this bit is just too freaking big. Maybe we'll try drilling it with a Phillips bit instead. A large Phillips bit. Might have better luck with that. Again, 10 out of 10, do not recommend doing this to your phone, ever. Well, that did nothing. Sweet. So, our drill bits suck. That's the moral of the story. Our drill bits suck. I'm willfully unprepared for this. I really want to get this USB port changed out. The literal only point of this entire endeavor is to change out the USB port. I mean, I could put the new back glass on right now if I wanted to. Man, HTK, you should have seen the old back glass. This was the old back glass. And yes, I damaged it a bit getting it out, but like all of this, that was all how my phone was before I took it apart. So, quick recap. When you take back glass off, you will always break it 100 times out of 100 times. So anytime you open up a phone, you need to order a new back glass. Preferably buy one that has the factory adhesive strips built in. That way you don't have to mess with cutting your own. That being said, I need a better drill bit. I do. There's no way in hell that these fit. No way in hell. I didn't even try these because they're so freaking big. Nope. I was right. No way in hell. So, we're in an impasse, boys. We're going to have to go and find another drill bit. So I apologize that I keep on leaving you guys. Wish I had some non-copyright music to play. Let me see if I can grab my NPR list real quick so that I can play that while I'm gone. I'm gonna go and check and see if I can find drill bits again. Let's see here. Okay, we are back, and I found something cool that might work. Maybe. We'll see. Remember, kids, smoking is bad and causes cancer and will kill you, so 100% don't do it. Just saying. So, I don't know if these are going to work or not. These are my micro drill bits for my models. They break very easily, and they're not exactly cheap. So, we will see once I remember how to open up this case, because I haven't done a model in like years. Literal years. So, how does this stupid case open? There we go. Okay. See, so as you can see, I've already broken those 4 right there. So these things are very freaking delicate. But hopefully they will get the job done correctly. Now ideally you want to use these with a Dremel, but yeah. My Dremels are packed, so about that. We're going to use this big ass unsteady drill here and see how it goes. Wish me luck, friends, because this is not how I wanted to do this. I apologize, I'll mute my mic during this part. No, it's just a bad habit of mine. It's not coming from the drill. It does appear to be working. However, this is not the method that I wanted to do. I did not want to drill out the screw all the way. But with such small drill bits, I don't really have a choice. So I guess we're going to be taking a chance and we're going to try and drill all the way through the screw. I really didn't want to do that, but what can you do, eh? It's about as far as I want to drill, so I'm going to do a sanity check here and make sure that I have not severely screwed up the phone and make sure that it boots up still. I'm going to do that occasionally because while I have repaired a lot of phones in my day, I've only had to drill into a couple of them, so it's not something that I like doing. And I'm sorry, you guys don't get to see my lock code. Sorry, friends. But on the plus side, phone turns on beautifully. So, there's that. So, the phone still works, so we have not damaged it. That is 100% a good thing, right? And it is off now. So I'm going to see if I can use a pry tool to pop that up, because I think I'm all the way through the screws. And then I've got 2 more screws to do on that same panel, so that'll be fun, I guess. That does bring up something interesting. I just noticed my chat box is not fully on the screen. Oh. No, I want to move the chat box. Thank you. There we go. That's better. So let's use our pry tool here and see if we've loosened that up at all. Does not feel like it. Oh boy, this was not meant to be such a long process, but you know, this is what happens when things are over torqued from factory. So it looks like we're gonna have to get a little bit more creative. You can hopefully sense my annoyance right now, because this is super annoying. You should not have to do this. None of these screws should have needed drilling out. Aggravation level 1000 has been reached. The drill bit is gone. I love this. 100%. Absolutely freaking love this. It's my favorite thing in the world. Well, I guess we will go back to the big bit, because that was my biggest small bit that I had, and yeah. I don't have anything else to do. No, the screws were low quality for sure. Like these 3, I'll show you again. These 3 screws, this one right here, this one right here, and this one right here, as soon as I put a screwdriver to them, like any screwdriver, even my like super soft ones, they just completely completely stripped out. But it's funny, I know I was using the right screwdriver bit size, because this one, and this one, and this one all came out without a problem. Like, no problems. That one, that one, that one, and that one. But it's these 3 main ones right here that I just cannot get out, and I'm super frustrated with that. So back to the big broken screwdriver, or drill bit, that I really don't want to use. Definitely will not be doing the IP rating testing on this after this. Yep. That bit's not working anymore. This is super enthusing. I don't know what other options I have at this point. I wish I knew which box my drill bits were in, and not just like the ones that I've got laying around in a junk drawer. Because I know I have the right bit size. Somewhere. So, any suggestions, chat? Because I'm at a bit of a loss until I can find better screwdriver bits, or better drill bits, because, yeah. You know, Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, here we go for about the billionth time. Yeah, that's not doing a damn thing. If it wasn't for this bubble wrap that I was using as a build platform, this screen would have been broken already with the amount of pressure I've put on it. Yeah, my problem is that the only drill bit that I have that's close enough, like, I have drill bits that are close in size, but to be frank, they're broken. It's not that they're not sharp, it's still plenty sharp, but it's 100% broken. So, and the worst part of this is I know that this is just a plastic shield. It's all it is. It's a damned plastic shield. Because the circuit board that's underneath that shield is this guy. So, best laid plans of mice and men often go astray. Isn't that how that saying goes? Like, it looks like I've almost drilled through the casing over here, so we're gonna try and pry up that casing with a flathead and see if that's doable at all. Yep, nope, that's not coming off. Not like that. God, this is infuriating. Like, this really should have been a fairly short process. The hardest part of doing this on an average phone is not what I'm doing right now. The hardest part is generally getting the back glass off. This is supposed to be the easy part, which is the absurd thing. Like, This is supposed to be super easy. The irritation level is getting higher by the second. I like to try and stay positive in my streams, but I'm getting super negative about now because this is annoying. I'm just looking at the iFixit guide right now. Okay, so there's 2 metal pins on this. For what end, I don't understand, but it looks like in the guide there's 2 metal pins in that shield, but that doesn't make any sense. They don't connect to anything. Like looking at the internals of the phone, they don't connect to anything. Oh no, I guess they connect to these guys right here. So on that plastic shroud that we're having issues with, on this plastic shroud, this pin and this is just a label, but there's 2 pins on it that apparently contact to that, to those 2 pins right there, those 2. So I have to put the shroud back in one way or another, but that's fine because I've still, even if I have to drill these 3 out, I still have screws for 2 of those on that panel. Still not ideal, but better than nothing. But I'm still stuck at having to drill these screws out. I need to find another drill bit. Damn it. Maybe I can use one of these smaller blades to drill it out. Where did my drill go? Oh, that's cool. That's not gonna work the way I want it to. Okay, so which size is this? That size. I hate not having the proper tools for the job. This is not, and it falls out. Awesome. Gotta magnetize it. And it still falls out. Cool. I hate this with a passion. Yeah, that's not doing anything anymore. So, I guess that's not where that goes. That goes there. This goes here. This is the stock one. So I guess this stream is about done because there's only so much you can do in a situation where you do not have the proper tools. And seeing how as we don't seem to have the proper tools, it is probably about that time. So, I apologize we didn't get our completion here. I would, like, if I didn't really need to get that USB port replaced, I would put the back glass on for you guys right now. But I do need to get that replaced, so I've got to wait to finish this until then. Because yeah, I can't afford to not go without a phone. So for the moment, what I'm going to do is super jank, but we're just going to put the phone in its case. And then I'm not really going to take it or carry it around with me or anything, but we're just going to leave it in its case until we can find the proper drill bit size. A good thing to do when you're doing projects like this is anytime you get like an SD card or something, keep the case. Like most people just throw them out or whatever, but keep the case. It is really good for these tiny screws, and then you won't lose them because we've got them in there. And then ideally you use a Sharpie or, you know, a Post-it note, whatever works for you. And mark what it goes into. So, does the phone still work? Again, not with the lock screen. Let's see if the camera still works. Seems fine. It actually has more clarity now than it did before. That's probably because it doesn't particularly like the lens cover, but that's okay. But as long as it works, I have Wi-Fi, I have data, so we did nothing to damage the phone. That is the important part. So we're just going to be very careful with it until I am able to find that drill bit. I do want to thank you guys for coming out today. This, like I said, this was not the ideal outcome. But on the next stream, next time on Dragon Ball Z, and all that, we will be hopefully actually fixing it. How does this go in here? Only a genius can figure this out. Genius is not me. There we go. Okay, that's in. I find these things unnecessary. I don't even know why they packed them in there. So, I guess I'm just gonna finish backing up. Make sure you do not damage your new back glass. It's only 25 bucks, but you still don't want to damage it. Just gonna put that in there. And then, you know, we're actually going to put the board in the proper bag. When I took the USB charging board out of the package it arrived in, it was supposed to be in this anti-static bag. It wasn't. Props on the shipping to whatever eBay company ended up sending me this. you're a bit ridiculous. That's all I have to say. At least seal your anti-static bags. It takes one piece of Scotch tape, bros. Okay, so that's all put away. Right. And we can say goodbye to our old back case. Yes, I get it, phone. I have notifications, but I don't care about it right now because I'm on stream and no one wants to hear you. So, muted. Alright, I guess the one positive thing from this whole experience is I got to test out the new heat gun, and it works remarkably well. So much so that there was a point where I accidentally, right here, you can't see it on camera, but right here, I ended up bubbling the paint on this desk with the heat gun, and I wasn't even like pointing it at that location. So that's it's a good heat gun, and it has, let us see here, it has 6 different heat levels. It's got 3 different fan levels, and yeah, it'll auto cool down afterwards if you want, or if you don't want to listen to it, you can press and hold the power button and for like 3 to 5 seconds, and it'll shut off without cooling down. If you are in a place with highly flammable stuff like carpet or drapes, or you have children around, I would highly suggest letting it cool off instead of just shutting it off right away. That being said, if you're on stream, shut it off so nobody has to listen to it. Because nobody wants to listen to a heat gun cool down. Okay, well, friends, now that we're all packed back up and everything's put away, I actually have to get ready for Tech Warp. So, if you guys want to join me later at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing a Tech Warp episode. Let me look at what the topics are going to be. So, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Me and Mike, we do this little thing where he's not so technologically inclined and I am, so we like to have a little podcast stream type of thing where he asks me about some topics in tech-related things, and I help him to understand them. So it might be some things that you guys may not know or may not understand quite why. So if you guys would like to join us tonight on Tech Warp, we would much appreciate that. The topics, some of the topics, not all of them, but some of them are going to be why you should always stick with the same brand of RAM. These are Mike's questions, so I'll have some alterations to make. Are 2 sticks of 4GB RAM better than 1 stick of 8GB RAM? And what's the deal with water cooling? Is it just a fad? Was it just a fad? Well, you can find out tonight at, like I said, 7 o'clock. So, feel free to join us. Anywho, guys, thanks for stopping by. Sorry we didn't get to complete the journey today. But hopefully in the next couple of days, I will probably just go out and buy new bits, because I am not looking to go through all of my boxes to find the one bit that I know will work. to drill out those screws. So be on the lookout for that stream in the next few days. If you like the stream, please hit like. If not, that's cool too, because like I said, we didn't finish, so I understand. Anywho, we will catch you later. Don't forget to check out Tech Warp tonight.